Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. This one is going to be a advanced tutorial. So the first of my advanced tutorials for KOF. I just wanted to point out that I am a beginner myself. I'm learning this game and I've been learning this game for a while. So I'm not a very expert on the series and I might be wrong in some points or another about everything that I'm going to talk to today. Now these are very educated guesses if you want, or stuff that I learned, but stuff is pretty consistent, so I'm guessing that you can trust me. This video will be timestamped like all the other ones, so you can jump on whatever part of this video you're interested in. You can find the timestamps in the description down below. Now this video will consist of many things. I will start listing them. Bypass and bypass punishes. I will talk about when I'm done listening of what these are. Option selects, which will consist of throw option select, running option select, special option selects, jump option selects, common grabs option select, backdash option select, and C+D option selects. Now, other than that, we'll have backdashing through strings with long recovering, meaning that you get hit intentionally to recover, like get reset in the air and recover before your opponent is able to. And guard cancel it through strings with long recovery for the same reason, recovering before your opponent does, or reasserting the frame advantage situation. And buffering moves, including the activation of max mode and buffering moves into supers or specials. I will start with bypass confirms. And there is a reason why I've chosen Chin as my opponent here, as my dummy. Now Chin has a couple of moves that, especially for Robert, are only decently punishable with bypass. Now bypass is the act of linking, well, not linking, sorry, cancelling from a normal into an EX special without having the full animation of max mode playing, or shortening the dashes if you want. So a normal max activation will look like this on standing B, which is the button that we will use later on, right? And you can cancel the run into a button, of course, to combo. But you get into situations like that where you have a far normal that will not cancel into anything, where you basically activated the bar and you will have 89 damage in this case of punish. You can do better than that, and you can do better than that using bypasses. Just need to change a little bit the meter there, but yeah, we're fine. So the move that I'm talking about in this case, but this applies to many different moves and applies to many different characters, where they will have a range maybe on a light button or even a heavy button, but they will not be able to follow with a closed normal for the full combo. So in this case, the bypass would work and will guarantee you a better situation. So let's have a look. This move is -10. I will set the dummy into Gardol. That will allow us, will allow the system to put the dummy into guarding right away as it recovers, so you don't get a miss punish if you want. This means that if you leave your dummy on a 1-hit guard, as soon as it recovers, then it will be susceptible to hits. Whether if you put it in guard, though, it will start guarding right when the recording is over. So in this case, if I was to punish without bypass, that's one of my punishes, and that's the other one of my punishes. So in one case is 30 damage, in one other case is 94. Not a great punish, right? You can punish pretty easily with the Rambo on block in Robert's case, but that you would need 2 bars. Probably work with the normal Rambo as well, but this is not the... No, it doesn't, see? So you would need 2 bars to punish that, but this is not really the point. The point is you can use a bypass to get EX Tatsu connecting from standing B. Oops, missed it. And that's how your punish for 1 bar would look like, which wouldn't be available without the bypass, because as you've seen, the normal Rambo has missed. See, they recovered before. Let's try the light version. Yeah, so a bypass is executed by incorporating in the EX input of the move. So in this case, EX Tatsu, right? There will be R circle back into light kick and heavy kick together, or B plus D if you want. And putting there the standing C, because B plus C will give some max activation. So once again, you do standing B into B plus C plus D, and you do R circle back into B plus C plus D. And in that way, you're telling the game, look, go into max mode on contact and activate at the first frame possible the EX Tatsu. And in that way, you can have the standing B connect and go into EX Tatsu even from max range. I'll try and show you that. So after that, it's probably gonna touch. Yes. Okay, next one is gonna touch. So there we go, and it was in 1 hit guard. So if I had missed it, it would have blocked. This can be useful for different characters and different situations, but basically try and think of it as a mean of going directly into an EX move without using any normal. In this case, it is for range, because at that range, my standing B is the only one that would actually eat. Probably sweep does as well, but it's not. You cannot get anything from sweep. So all the other moves, all the other buttons will fail to eat. Or be too slow on activation, like that. As I was saying, it can be useful for different characters and different situations. So experiment with your character and see how you can incorporate this into your game and maximize those punishes. Any EX move pretty much can be bypassed if you're good with the execution. Oops. Let's try this. So bypass EXDP. In this case, it wasn't the move you would use, but it was just to show you. Moving on, we'll change the characters, and just because it's easier for me to explain my next concept with characters that I'm a little bit more familiar than, and they are more suited to explain this concept. We're going to talk about safe jumps and option selects. And there are 2 concepts that I would like to talk about together, because they are 2 concepts that are easily entwined, if you want. An option select, a safe jump is a way to keep the pressure on your opponent on a knockdown situation, but not only, and put a second option if you want, if the first one was not to connect. So I will try my best to land a safe jump with Rio the best way I can, and incorporate an option select in there and then explain. Might take me a bit. Oops, missed it. So this should be good. Yes, so you see the dummy as blocked because in there I already incorporated a back input. So if the opponent reversals, then you have a back input and you will block, and then you'll be able to punish right after. But if your opponent was to block, then you can react to the block and keep your pressure. And if you get it, if your opponent gets it, of course, then you can also continue your combo by confirming. However, this is quite weak to rolls. If your opponent was to roll away on your safe jump and you don't incorporate an option select, which is a way, as I said, for the game to come up with the next option if the first hit was not to connect, you will be in a situation where you can option select a throw, back roll, there we go. A throw option select is probably one of the best option selects, one of the safest option selects as well, to perform off a safe jump. It will work on both back roll, as you've seen before, and forward roll. So you see the input there. I can try and show you again. It's not so easy to catch because it's a quite tight option select, but I was rolling forward and I can still get thrown. Now, this is executed by inputting off your safe jump back and punch if you want the forward throw, or back and kick if you want the back throw. I'll try and record the option select with kick. Oops, a little bit too early on the safe jump. Oops. Okay, so that should be it. Oh, not the right range. Oops. Let's see if that works. Probably not the right range either. You need to be at point blank. Yep. Oops. Oops, too late. It might be a little bit more difficult in this case. Yeah, there we go. We got it. So as I said, option select, back throw seems to be a little bit more space dependent than C in this case, but you know, it varies from character to character, so experiment with yours. But yeah, just to show you that you can also back throw depending on the positioning. If, for example, you were in the corner and you want to get your opponent there, right, after getting the throw, you might want the back throw because you want to just get your corner control. Sorry, I'm filling the roll. There we go. As I was saying, you'll need to be point blank, and that's why the range matters, because throws in KOF would only be executed on point blank. But using this option select is quite safe because you're also incorporating a back input in there. So once again, if I was to, I don't know if the safe jump is correct here. Yes, it is. If I was to reversal, my dummy will be able to block anyway, so I'll be safe. There's other option selects as well, of course. So just to pretty quickly wrap this up, you do your safe jump. Oops, missed it. And you input back and punch. That way, your option select would always come out. And as I said, if the opponent reversals and you're on point with your safe jump timing, you'll be able to block and punish after. There's other option selects as well. This is your, if you want, safe bet, if you just want a throw. However, if you want to score for big damage, you might want to, if you're expecting them to back roll, you might want to incorporate a dash option select, and I'll show you how that works. Oops, missed that. oops, blocked by mistake. It's quite tight, so again. So see, the dummy will run after the opponent, and he'll be able to punish my attempt to back roll. However, if I was to block, you're still safe and you're still, confirming your block string. But if I back roll, that happens. Well, this time I'm hitting the dummy because I fucked up the the safe jump timing. But you've seen the safe jump work before. However, the problem with this option select is it is easily counterable on one side by rolling forward instead of rolling backwards. So you'll need to read your opponent. So in this case, you could, for example, option select a backdash instead of forward dash. Oops, missed it. Oops, a little bit too meshed. So that will look, if I performed it correctly, like this. Yes, well, in this case, the Zanretsu again comes out because the input I put in there was the whole combo and so on, but you wouldn't put the whole combo in. You would just put the option select and then be able to react to the backdash and recover before your opponent. And that will cover the forward roll as well. What else? What else do we have? Not super special option selects. I haven't been. I've tried to train a little bit. I haven't been able to confidently option select supers in this game. Mostly because sometimes the back input of some supers, for example the Rambo here, if you were to do a Rambo, it finishes with back and A plus C if you use the X version. However, you will find the situation where if you try and option select the heavy Rambo of the same situation I showed you before, you might get a throw because it finishes with the back input. So I'm just gonna skip them for now. It might be in another video. I'm not really comfortable and confident with them. So let's just talk about special option select. Same concept. You can incorporate a back walk, you've seen it there, and there's also should be a special. For every character is different. I'm not sure it's gonna hit. Like in this case it's too slow, but against another character that has a different role, it might work. So once again, if I block, the Tatsu doesn't come out, and I'm able to continue my pressure. If I reversal, given that the time is right, yeah, they block. And if I was to back roll, theoretically should hit. In this case it doesn't because the move is slow, the backdash is different, but you've seen it working. It would work in another case. Let me see. Yeah, so special option select, especially if you have an option, a special that finishes with the back, is always great because you're option selecting a block as well. With running option selects that are shown before, the only problem is, even with the great option select timing, safe jump timing, if you option select a forward dash and their reversal, they will still be able to hit you because you didn't put a back input in there. However, it can work with a backdash. Going forward, we have jump option selects. Jump option selects are great against grapplers, and you'll see why. I'll try and demonstrate that with Rio and Clark. Clark is one of those characters that really started bothering me quite a bit when I started this game because he has some is able to exploit the system in a way which makes it really annoying for beginners to deal with, and I'll show you why. So let me see. Okay, so for example, Clark has a move, which is this one. That is a common throw that is also armored on startup. I don't remember which version it is. I think it's the light one that I used. And it's also invincible on startup. So what happens is, if you do the same thing that we were doing, I'll show you. I'll try and input the reversal on, the move on reversal timing. No, that's not. It's gonna take me a bit. There we go. You got it. This is what happens, right? You go for your safe jump, and then I option selected already. But if you don't option select and you go for your safe jump, this is what happens. Because any option select that is different, like a throw option select, I don't think will work. Let me actually try, because I haven't tried this. Yeah, see? So you'll still get grabbed. And it's quite annoying because your move might whiff as well because of the invincibility frames of the startup of this move. And you'll get grabbed. You cannot break the armor. As far as I know, it has like infinite hits and so on. You still get grabbed unless you put something invincible out, like that, or UDP or whatever. But even on DP, I think you would just go through it. And I'll show you what I mean. Oops, fucked up. Oh no, it will still work. But yeah, aside the DP option select, I'll show you a jumping option select, which will give you better damage. So in this case, you would do your safe jump timing. A little bit, I actually missed it, and be able to jump away from it. However, if it was not to option select, you can still continue your pressure and your jump wouldn't come out. This is particularly useful against grapplers, of course, because some of them will wake up with a common grab to try and throw you off, especially to defeat meaties, which are quite oppressive in this game. You would execute this by just jumping after the like before the standing the jumping D contacts, makes contact. So look at my input. There's an extra up move there, up input there, and that's where your jump will come out, given that you have the decent timing. So the more late you are with your hit, the more chance you are to execute a jumping option select. Run option select, super special, jump, and so on. I wanted to quickly go back to the running option select for a simple reason. I forgot to show you how to tell you how it's executed, so I'll just do it pretty quickly with this. Actually, reversal. Fucked up the timing. Fucked up the timing. I don't know why I'm not getting the reversal roll. Probably don't get the reversal because it's not a special. Oops, missed it. I think this is gonna be fine. So as I was saying, you do your safe jump, jumping D forward. You jump forward with D, and you input the dash. So if they, as you've seen here, if they block, you'll still be fine because you're just gonna do your options. Your normal block string. However, if they roll away, you'll be able to run after them. So you input your backdash when you're jumping these about to make contact, not as soon as it makes contact, or not right before it makes contact, when it's about to make contact. So if you look at my inputs, I'll do the safe jump again. That's what it is. Oops, I missed it. Autocorrect, but yeah, that's all right. In this case, it wasn't able to roll. Once again, didn't roll. So yeah, that's the timing, and you input a forward dash before your jumping D is about to make contact. If they don't back roll, then you still just get your jumping D. Wrapping up, no, not wrapping up. Yeah, actually, C plus D as well. Yeah, command grab option select. Now, this one is an option select that is, of course, way stronger for grappler characters, and this is also something that was annoying me quite a lot about Clark. Now, Clark can do stuff like jumping B into option select throw, and if executed correctly, it will look like this. If I block the jumping B, nothing comes out, and then they can just apply their mix-up. However, if I try and trip guard him, and I miss my timing, which is not happening right now, I get command grab. And it's quite annoying because in KOF you have one landing frame that it can be trip guard, and if you miss that frame, you get wrecked like this. It is quite a good option select to use, and to execute it, once again, you do jump B, and before you land, you put the option select for the grab there, as you've seen it. Once again, I block, nothing come out. I get it, nothing comes out. I try and trip guard, miss my timing, I get wrecked. So that's something else that you can use as a grappler. When you're jumping in, you can pretty safely option select stuff. However, if you want to counter that, right? Oops. You can have the move miss. Oops. And punish on recovery. Because of course the move will come out if the jumping B misses. Can also jump. Oh, sorry, missed it. Should be able to confirm. So it's not riskless, but if you're good with your spacing, then it can lead to interesting situations like, oops, sorry, missed it. See, people try to roll away because they realize that they missed the trip guard, they will still get grabbed. Other option select will be the backdash option select. I actually can work with Clark as well. So let's say that Clark is gonna wake up with command grab, and for some reason you don't want to jump. I would tell you just jump, like option select jump. But for some reason you want a backdash, right? So I'll try and reversal command grab. There we go, got it. So what you do usually is incorporate a jumping option select. However, you can also do a backdash option select. In this case, I missed the timing. And you can do that as well. As the run, as this is the same. Is the same input of a backdash option select when you're expecting they would roll forward instead of back, as we've seen for running option selects. So you would do jumping D in this case into that, and if you keep it non-meshy, if you want, if you have your timings right, if they block, the option select will not come out, and you'll be able to continue your pressure. If they don't block, however, you will get this. Wrapping up our option selects, I'll need to change character again. Rio is not the best for this kind of option select. Let's try Robert, and I just put Yori, it's fine. These are called blowback option select or C+D option selects. So same situation as before. We record a reversal rollback. Oops, fucked it up. There we go, got it. And we'll have a situation where we can get a hard knockdown, right? Oh, this seems to be a hard knockdown as well. Oops, fucked it up. I'll need a better hard knockdown. Need to run a little bit more, not this one. That's your option select, and I think it should work. Actually, let's do it the other way around. Let me play the escaper and the dummy plays the option select. It's probably easier. Yeah, let's just go Robert against Robert, why not? So let's record the dummy to do the whole thing. Oops, wrong. I think it's not tight enough, but I'll try anyway. Yeah, I need a better one. Let me try. I think there's some moves which are better for this. This is recoverable, but the common grab should not be. Yeah, okay. So let's try with the common grab. So now the option select should be in place. Oh, throw actually got the priority. Let's try that again. A little bit not tight enough. Let's do it in the corner. It's gonna be way easier. Okay, that should work. Oh, not quite. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, not in the corner. Let's try that. I think I have to delay it a little bit. Oh, way too high. Let's try that. Nope, not close enough. Let's try a better one. Because I think it's the corner fucking it up, because the corner gives you less space to navigate. Oops. No, that's too high. I think this could work. Let me try. Not quite. Nope. For some reason it doesn't work. Let's try a different character. I know I've option selected people with this, so I know it works for sure. Let's try King. Usually my one of my sparring partners uses King, and it works pretty well on him, so hopefully it will be easier. Not yet. Let's try it again. Almost. I think it's a matter of delaying it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So as you've seen, you can incorporate C plus D, which is your blowback. Now this is highly dependent on which character you use. I switched from Rio because Rio's C plus D is very short. It's a good button, but it doesn't chase if you want, like Robert's one. See, Roberts is pretty long in front of him, has pretty decent range, especially moves forward as well. So it's a good button to do it with. Some characters will not have it, you just have to accept it. But you would do what you would do is you jump on your opponent, or you do that too, depending on the range. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Range and timing. Yeah, in this case is not the greatest. Almost. I think you have to delay a little bit. No, out of range. From the low is out of range, so you'll need the extra. Oops. You need the extra range, of course. But yeah, so you jump with your button, or from a low, depending on your character. I think, for example, Luong is a great one because she takes the extra step forward, and the button is quite long. You could do it from the lows as well. So yeah, you do a jump or you do a button, and before the recovery or that move is finished, you input your C plus D. Oh, she didn't do it because I didn't set her. In some cases you get throws. I think I fucked up because I pressed the wrong button. And this is pretty good because you can get right away into a full combo. Oh, missed it again. Almost. on reaction, of course. So this wraps it up for option selects. I hope this was clear enough. If it's not, feel free to message me, like to put a comment and with questions, and I'll try and answer them at my best. I'll try my best to answer that. Now we're moving forward to backdashing through strings with long recovery, or moves with long recovery. This is pretty good for, like, she's a pretty good dummy for this, Love Heart. Love Heart has an infamously long and pretty great crouching C into double sword, if you want. Now this is easily defeated if you know where the gap is, right? So for example, if I was to show you right now, yeah, that's the move, right? She has a gap after the first sword. And you can just do that. However, one other thing that you can do as well is, let me put this as a reversal. Let me record that as a reversal. Oops, missed it. Probably not reversal, but should be good. Oops, sorry. I need it to be a little bit more tight, probably. Yeah, I need it tighter, sadly. Oops. Not tight enough. Okay. It's a bit tight and I don't use this character, so. Let's try this. Yeah, it's too tight. Yeah, it can work, it can work. So let's see that you're in a scenario, right, with Robert, where you're at, I don't know, 0 bars or whatever, right? And you just finish your combo on Love Heart, and she does crouching C into swords. You're here, and you block it. You can DP through it, right? So right, but let's also say that you do have bars, and you say that you have lots of bars, right? What will happen if we were to do that? Oops, sorry, missed it. Oh, she's not in reversal. We recovered before her, right? She's still executing the second slash of her move, and that would mean that if we know that's gonna happen, you can get a big damage as a reward for doing that. Like, I'm not blocking it, right? I could do it, right? If I block it, I can still do it if I get the right read. But I need to read it, and I need to react in that tight gap. And also, if she does, sorry, the other one, if she does this, I'm screwed. Because what will happen is, if I try and react, oops, I even missed it, but that's not the point. I whiff a DP, or even worse, this is what happens, and then I hit a huge punish. However, if I'm in the position of doing it off the jump. Let's say that is good enough, probably not, but if I do what I was doing before, oops, let's remove it from guard all. If I do what I was doing before, reversal, I have way more time to react to that. And I don't only have this little frame gap, and also I can see the sword coming, right? Oops, missed it. Oops. Why am I missing that? See, I can see the second sword coming. So I can totally confirm something that will blow the gap. Boom. That is also a good thing to apply in other cases where you need to spend the meter to have that punish. I was playing a Xanadu player, I think it was yesterday, and Xanadu has a pretty decent move to show you what I mean. Now, we talked about guard cancelling back rolls, or guard cancelling evasions before. So that means that if they do a button, right? Oops, sorry, let me just, let's say that they're doing whatever, even a jumping D is fine. You wouldn't do it on jumping D, but whatever. You block and you guard cancel back. You're gonna be invincible all the way through. Just look at the other videos, there's explanation. However, right, some characters have some multi-hitting moves that without guard cancels are quite annoying to deal with the moment you start blocking them. And sometimes they do a lot of chip. So for Xanadu, it would be that one. If you try and jump it on reaction, you get bopped. You can probably DP pretty safely, but in the heat of the moment, sometimes you can fail your DP, you can fail your super or whatever. And right now, Xanadu has done 10 damage of chip. Now, if you're in a situation where you have the bar and you have 5 health left, right? Oops. Right now, this is the first hit. He has done 3 chip, right? So next hit, oh, actually no, it just doesn't do chip until the last 2 hits. But yeah, let's say that there's another move that does chip in that, oh shit, that does chip continuously, right? Let's say that Xanadu's punch, whatever you want to call it, would do chip for every hit. You can only take 1 hit, right? And if you block all of that, you're gonna be fucked because you're gonna die. However, you can do stuff like that. You can guard cancel forward in this case, because if you do it backward, but you could do it backward as well if you have the bars or if you have an invincible DP, right? But let's say you're a character without the invincible DP, but you have a special, a super move, a climax or whatever that travels forward very fast. It might not work. Well, let's try the fireball. Oops. Yeah, even a fireball is fine, but you want a big reward. And that's the same idea for strings that are excessively long with long recovery. If you have, I don't know, maybe let's try 30 for example. No, 30 might be too fast. But yeah, generally anything that takes a long time to recover and sets you in a true block string. In this case, like in this case, right? If I stay there, I have no gap. I have to block everything. Even my climax doesn't work. But as I said, if you do that, you can use your invincibility frames, or you can roll forward and you get that. So it's good to study every single how do you say, every single block string that your opponent might throw out on you, because if you see that it has a long recovery, you can do stuff like that, or you can backdash some hits, because backdash is one frame. It starts in one frames and it's always airborne. So from frame 1 you're already airborne here, and that means you will be reset in the air, and if they have long recovery on the next moves, you're gonna be able to punish if you have something invincible. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, move buffers. Oh, one more thing to note is as well, in some cases where you guard roll back, since you're full invincible until you complete in the guard roll, you've completed the guard roll, it will put your opponent off guard, and it might not be able to react to the guard roll, and you'll be able to punish them, or to recover before them, depending on what they use, but not like recover before them, but not enough to punish them. You still have the frame advantage. You still are the one that can press a button, unless of course they reversal DP or something with invincibility, but that's, you know, further into the game. But you will have the frame advantage. So, oops, not that one. Cut down. Okay. Oh, hold on. So I don't know it's another strings either. Oops. Right. Now it might be punishable or not, because I don't know the frame data yet. I'm still studying this character. No, see, it's not punishable. Same situation as before. However, depending on when you backroll, sometimes you will have the advantage because you're invincible until the end of the roll, and they might still be within buttons. This is more of a mind game than an actual tech, something really reliable. But just to keep it in mind, because you'll be in some situations where you roll back and you'll be able to push a button before them because they'll still either be recovering or just recover, and they choose the wrong button to follow it. Because they think they can hit you. Many people are deceived because at the end of the roll you can hit, but at the end of a guard cancel roll, oops, sorry. See, I'm able to block. One more thing that we can discuss is buffers. Buffers are a way for you to play a neutral game with a degree of reward, with less risk involved. What I mean is, if I am whiffing a button that has a long recovery, of course I'm gonna get popped by for it. However, some buttons, right, are not that bad in recovery. Yes, of course, somebody can punish this on reaction for whiffing it. However, if I want to play the game where I'm in this range, they're gonna run here, they're gonna run here, right? If I incorporate a buffer there, I can catch them off guard. So that means if I wave a button here, of course I'm gonna get punished or reaction, right? However, if I'm expecting my opponent to run at a certain range, right, it stopped. It stopped. That's a buffer coming in. Let's have a little longer run. Oh, yeah. This is what happens. Even on a block, many opponents will beat because they won't be blocking there. I think this is the game kind of option selecting block by itself if you want, because it's on guard all. Okay, yes, that's a problem. Let's try that. Yes. So this is what happens. You can buffer moves, and that means that if I do the same input, right? You see, same input there, right? Of what I did, standing heavy kick into light kick and light punch, right? You can see it all the way. I'll repeat it for you. I'm still getting like some extra buttons there because of my stick, but that's it. So that's the input, and nothing came out, right? My max didn't come out. However, the max came out here, and that's because I empty buffered it. Empty buffering is a good tool if you want to play neutral by controlling space. Oops. See how close my foot is to Robert's face. That means if he moves forward, he's gonna get hit. Look at that. Any movement right now will catch him. Even if he presses a button at the wrong time, it will still be caught. And if I don't buffer it, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna get the hit, and that's it. Now, since my standing D, oops, is cancelable, right? I can cancel into many things. I could cancel into that. I could cancel into, oops, fireball, even if it doesn't work. I could cancel into climax. However, all these options are very risky, because what happens is, if I register my dummy to block as soon as he starts running, right, I will be in this situation, and then I'll get punished. Oops, again. Too far away. If they get hit, fine. If they don't, I don't know why I'm not getting the cancel here. Okay, there we are. If they don't, I'm punishable there. So it is a bet to get, but you can get the bet to pretty much zero problems, zero risk, by buffering it to max mode. Max mode usually gives you frame advantage because you start running, you cancel your move while they're still blocking, right? Oops. Try again. Oh. Oops. So see, this is the situation right now. Robert is still blocking, and Rio is already running. That means that I'm already at frame advantage because I can cancel the run literally at any point very quickly while Robert is still blocking. So there's no way for me of being punished here. So this is especially useful for characters that have long range heavies, especially because you get more frame advantage rather than light, unless you have a really good light and frame advantage, but that's usually not the case for buttons with range. So you can buffer stuff like that and be safe on your approach, and some characters will be able to mix up the opponent pretty much. I'll show you how that works very quickly, and then I think I'll be done with the video. So Robert, for example, has a very good button, which is forward B. Look at the range of this, and look where it starts from. So let's say that we start from here. This is probably a range where I can hit 3 over that. Yeah, see? So this is like a huge range to have. However, instead of betting and doing that, which still works, you can do, oops, sorry. You can do that. And that way, if they block, let's put the dummy in guard all. Right? Oops, sorry, not just guard all. He's guarding it. So if I do, I get punished. However, if I do, oops, a little bit, I need to delay a little bit more. If I do that, then I will have a mix-up, because my opponent not only he has to react to it, he also has to know, and also if he knows, the counter there is to jump, I would say. Like the most common thing people would do to go for the big reward is jump. Right? Oops, sorry. However, if they jump, you can still bet yourself if you want. If you know they're gonna jump because they know you're gonna throw, right? Reversal jump. Right? So in this case, you've done that. Oops. And they jumped and they punished you. Next time, if you know they're expecting it and they're gonna do it, you might as well do that. Or whatever you want to do, really, because it works in many different ways. So yes, that was the end of my video. Hopefully is understandable and clear enough. If you have any question, please put them down in the comments. I'm trying to do this for the community, and I'm trying to do this for people wanting to learn this beautiful game. So I'm more than open and more than willing to answer questions in the comments. Also, this is like I also have a stream. As you can see, this is my stream graphic. I'm just recording right now offline. But I also have a stream which will be put in the description down below, and this will be part also of a playlist with the videos that I've done before, which are more like less advanced stuff, more beginner videos. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this will be motivating for you to learn, and it will help you through your learning journey for KOF 14. Have a nice day.